Okay, congratulations on your live schedule. You have a really good rhythm going. Twice a week, you have regular reoccurring viewers, and that's really exciting. You should be proud.
Mm.
And you've got some really exciting projects in the works. How's that Monster High DS games review coming along, huh?
Shelved.
You didn't want to unshelve that? It has been 7 months.
Shelved indefinitely.
Right, right. Let me just move that to the back here. Um, oh, what about that Monster High ship video for Valentine's Day? You still working on that?
It's almost April. There are still characters to talk about?
There are roughly 200 characters in total, averaging about 20,000 pairings, not including polycules. If you were to cover 8 to 10 couples per video, you would continue the series. Let me do the math here. One, uh, forever?
Can you just leave me alone to play my game? I couldn't be bothered to make a real video right now.
Okay. How about we start small? You like that game enough to make a video on it?
Maybe.
Perfect! Then should I, set up the ring light? Dust off the old mic?
Please. And thank you for inspiring me.
Of course. I love my job.
Okay, looking good. Where are your pants? That is so unprofessional. I'm not wearing pants for this. Ooh, okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kennedy, and today I'm going to be talking about a taco cross, Klondike. What's the name of this game? A taco cross, Pretty Boys Klondike Solitaire, aka Femboy Solitaire. Solitaire has been a game that has interested me since I was a child. I'd watch my nana play on those little, like, handheld solitaire devices. I don't know what they're called. And she taught me how to play using that. And she actually got me my own little device that I could play on as well. Honestly, I wasn't that good, but I liked the idea of having a card game that I could play by myself. Recently, I've been playing on my phone, on my laptop, and even my physical playing cards. But naturally, I needed something to spice up my gaming experience. So I did a search on the Nintendo eShop, and here we are. Nana, I am so sorry that I found the M-rated version of your favorite game, but I'm obsessed with it. This game is almost 3 years old and it's pretty niche, so this is nowhere near a sponsorship or anything. I just wanted to talk about it. Before I dive in, if you like this video, let it be known and subscribe to see more videos that you like. This game is insanely simple. Why am I getting notifications now? I'm filming. This game is insanely simple. You play solitaire and earn outfits for different characters. There are 4 given characters and 1 bonus character that you can earn through gameplay. Each character has 3 costumes that you can unlock, 4 in total, including the base outfit. There are 3 modes that you can play in, easy, normal, and hard. I originally thought that each mode unlocked each costume, but after failing hard mode 6 times, I regret to admit, I discovered that succeeding at normal mode twice, thrice, can unlock the 3rd outfit. That being said, I completed the game very quickly, especially considering that I like playing multiple rounds per session, usually more than 5. But I'm not complaining. There are endless combinations, and I want to beat hard mode at least a couple of times. One thing that bothered me at first was the lack of subtitles for the Japanese voiceover, but after I realized that each character loops through the same few phrases, I was able to easily translate their dialogue using Papago. I do find myself increasingly upset with the touchscreen mechanics. If I ever so slightly drag a card instead of tapping it, it reverts to its original position and gives me a disapproving sound effect. So I tried to toggle the indicator to tap the cards, but the cursor moves so slowly. It doesn't look like time factors into your final score, but it's a force of habit to want to rush these things, considering other digital solitaire games. It's also very annoying that, especially in hard mode, when I want to retry the deck, it doesn't give me the same deal that I was working on. Instead, it just gives me a completely new deal, which is completely different from any other digital solitaire game. There's also no undo button, which really would have saved my ass even in easy mode. Also, the time starts immediately after you start playing, instead of when you move your first card. Bogus! Onto the smaller details. Each boy has a few different background tracks that play when you interact with them. It's pretty unique to their personalities as well, but it doesn't have a seamless loop like Luigi Picture Poker, but it's still a good time. My favorite part is the boys' words of encouragement and outfit reveals as you play, but the most interesting part is definitely the character backgrounds. Each character has unique backstories that explains why they're cross-dressing. I appreciate the sentiment, but trust me, I do not need an explanation. Be who you are for your pride. You don't need to tell me. You do not need to explain that to me. Quincy, the cowboy. He's the playful one. He's 21 years old and he's 5'10". He grew up on a farm in Midwest America. He was always expected to be like his older siblings, tending cattle, competing in rodeos, and working the family's local business. The moment he turned 18, he moved to the city to find himself. He spent some time in Las Vegas before moving to Japan. The writers felt the need to confirm how he got his Japanese work visa, stating that he, quote, secured a work visa as an American-speaking staff at a Western-themed amusement park. Mind you, they do not specify how any of the other non-Japanese characters obtain citizenship or visas, just the American. Anyways, as a side gig, Quincy blogs and streams about cosplay events where he cross-dresses as female characters. The first outfit that I unlocked for him was so racy and probably the most revealing in the entire game. It also has one singular English line of dialogue saying, "Wow." Wow. Morgan, the brain. He is the oldest character, aged 22, and he's 6 foot. He's described as confident and mature. Morgan graduated high school at 13 years old. He went to medical school at 17 and earned his degree shortly after. It looks like he's a traveling doctor since he's practiced at the most Can I speak? Since he practiced at the most prestigious hospitals around the world, like London, Hong Kong, and now Tokyo. The only thing he cares about equally to medicine is feminine fashion, and he becomes more interested in it the more he travels. The wealth from his job allows him to access exclusive parties where he appears cross-dressed. His worldly knowledge is definitely reflected in his unlockable costumes. You can tell that he has the most money out of the boys. And I also unlocked all of his outfits first. Haru, the baby. Haru is actually the only Japanese character. He's the youngest at 18 and he's the shortest at 5'2". Haru is rather shy and unpopular among his senior class. He was even bullied by other male classmates. If I ever see those classmates, it's on site. It's on site. Funnily enough, he was nominated by his classroom to participate in a cross-dressing competition for their culture festival due to his feminine stature. He won with flying colors and discovered that he felt more comfortable dressed as a girl, quote, without the pressures of appearing masculine around his peers. I have to sneeze. Achoo! Whew. Since then, he attends classes in a girl's uniform, and the staff, DGAF. He was even given permission to wear a traditionally female miku garb for his job at the local shrine. I find his costumes to be a little boring, but Haru might have the most heartwarming backstory. Jules. the mystery. Jules is a formal French boy aged 20, and he's 5'8". Jules was trained to be a butler in Paris. Right when he was going to take over a powerful household, he mysteriously moved overseas. Jules wound up in Japan and struggled to hold a job. He worked at convenience stores, bookshops, bars, and host clubs. I'm honestly shocked he couldn't hold down a gig at the host club considering his background. When all else failed, he started working at a maid cafe. Cross-dressing, of course. Male and female customers loved his exotic look and professionalism. Jules liked the position because of its anonymity. Is that anonymity? Yeah. So he decided to stay and keep his past life private. Out of everyone, I think I'm most perplexed by his backstory. Is he on the run from French law enforcement? Perhaps a family member or that powerful family that he was supposed to work for? Is he cross-dressing to hide from someone? What is going on? The next character enters spoiler territory, so that will usher us into our next section. Kyun, the idol. Kyun is from South Korea, he's 5'4", and he's 19 years old. He has a charismatic and energetic personality. Once upon a time, Kyun's idol group performed as cross-dressed female pop idols. Afterwards, he gained massive popularity for his convincingly feminine charms. Right. After the eldest member of his idol group got into a scandal, the whole group quickly disbanded. Entertainment companies want to sign Kyun as a cross-dressing soloist, but he declines, instead opting for freelance work in commercials and Pan-Asia Grand Prix events. He probably has my least favorite costumes out of the boys, next to Haru, in my opinion. And that upsets me, because why would you make me grind all game long just to give me disappointing and boring costumes?
He is the only one that gets a full bikini, so I may have to retract my statement.
I also feel like his backstory is the least compelling. It would be way more interesting if he were involved in the scandal with his matinee, preferably a dating scandal. And companies still wanted to sign him because he was so pretty. Imagine how interesting that would be. In terms of aesthetic, I think Morgan has the best costumes. They all look expensive and even custom made. But maybe I'm biased because he's basically a love child of Zayn and Silas. Gray hair and amber eyes come from Silas, and the prodigy Dr. Jean comes from Zayn. Are my teeth yellow? A little bit, but maybe it's like the white shirt plus the yellow hat. It's like leveling out so that my teeth look like that. Yikes! Anyways, however, I think my favorite boy, personality-wise, is Haru. Through his short backstory, I feel so much for him, and I'm really glad that he found comfort in his femboy fantasy. Even though I think Morgan has the best catalog of costumes, I think the best costume overall is Quincy's first unlockable cowboy bikini fit. It's so hot, and I wish they made me work harder for it.
And here are his other outfits for consistency's sake.
My favorite vocal lines and delivery come from the character that scares me the most, Jules. It's ironic because he rarely has any real lines of dialogue. He says one thing in French, mais oui, but overall he just sounds way too excited about Solitaire. I find myself slightly put off by it when I'm locked into a game. Otherwise, like, I'm gonna need a whole anime explaining Jules's lore. I feel like he didn't run away for the sole purpose of being a crossdresser. It very much seems like he's cross-dressing as a way to hide his identity. I also had a hard time believing that Jules was his real name, but after one singular Google search, I found that Jules is a very, very common name in France. The more you know. So yeah, that is my experience playing Femboy Solitaire, formerly known as Atako Cross, Pretty Boys Klondike Solitaire. Oh, that is a mouthful. There looks to be 3 other games by the same title: Pretty Boys Klondike Mahjong Solitaire, Pretty Boys Breakup, and Pretty Boys Dropout. The Mahjong one is the exact same game, same characters, and same unlockable costumes. Pretty Boys Breakup and Dropout are action games that featured the original 5 boys and 4 new characters. Let me know if I should get those and talk about those as well. Actually, but there is nothing that you can do to convince me to get the Mahjong one. I'd be playing a different game for the exact same rewards. Come on. For more random discussions like these on a more frequent basis, join my live streams. I go live on YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you've been on my lives for the last 7 months, then you know the drill, like the live and shake the globe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. This was Kennedy. Bye!
Okay. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? It wasn't. That was the easy part. Now it's your turn to edit. And I stuttered a lot. Have fun! Oh, what was that game called again? I think I might want to use it to procrastinate. What was that? Nothing. Nothing. Ooh, who's that?